Now, the truth is, the more offers you make, the more money you will make. The more people you ask for the sale or ask for the appointment, the more money you will make, hands down. So that is true. But you also will not last in this industry if you can't look yourself in the mirror and feel good about what you do. You won't last in this industry if you get so many no's and so many people say something to you that makes you feel this small. You'll have so much self-doubt that it'll be harder to break through. However, what I want to empower you with in this program and in life, because a lot of things that you said in your questionnaires actually have to do with your life. And we always say ideal business, ideal life. When we create this ideal business, you can have everything you want, and I believe everything. You know, some of the things you wrote in your questionnaire, it made me sad. It was like, what are the things that, maybe you've given up on? And, one of you said, I'm not going to say who, but, one of my dreams was like going on 2 to 3 vacations a year. And it's like, I haven't totally given up, but you wrote it down. And I was like, no, how could you say that? Like, you're so young. You have your whole life ahead of you. Like, don't even think to give that up. Like the coolest thing about this business is we can change it like that. It has the biggest swing of almost any business because one client could be worth $5,000 to you. Most of you aren't even trying to make, $100,000 a month or anything. It's like to get to 10 grand is great. If you can get to 10 grand a month and we can get you to 5 grand per client, that's 2 clients a month. Some of you have bigger goals. You want to get to $1 million a year. Okay, great. So everyone's in a different place here, and there's no judgment in this group. Okay, there's no judgment whatsoever. It doesn't matter. I've had a client here in FEM. She started at my first FEM. She came in my second FEM. She was making $2 million a year. Had a lisp when I said that for some reason. She was making $2 million a year. Yeah, wow, right? It's awesome. She's a CEO of hedge fund managers. And so she was in the right business. She worked her butt off. She didn't get knocked down by men in her industry. She didn't get knocked, she's just the type of person that will just plow through. And she's, believe it or not, she's actually an overgenerous Olivia, so she just wants to give to everybody. But she was just like such a hard worker. And I remember I was interviewed on some little, TV show, and they were asking me, like, why is it so important to have a coach? Because I'm just such a big advocate for having a coach. They said, do you need it? I mean, is everyone who's successful, they have a coach? And I said, well, yes and no. I think everyone is influenced by someone, and there's some coach or mentor in their life. But some people can get there through hard work and luck. You could be successful by being in the right business with the right business model and work your ass off and not be knocked down by some of the things that we in this room, including myself, will be knocked down by, right? If you could just not be knocked down, you will make it in this business. But if you let yourself get knocked down, you won't. But I'm not saying be a man, that's not what we're all about. But this woman was very much like, she'd do anything, she'd just plow through and work her ass off. And what I said when I was interviewed on this TV show, I said, it's called The Chat. But I said, I have a client who she was making $2 million a year and she was doing fine. I mean, great, right? Great, but better than fine. Anyone would like $2 million a year. She was doing great, but then when we started to actually be intentional at what she did and tweak what she did, she not only made $700,000 more in her business within 5 months, but within 7 months, she sold her business for $6 million. You might have heard of Denise. So she had planned to sell her business in 10 years for $10 million, and instead, because of the things we did, the tweaks we made, the target marketing, being clear about who she wanted to work with and how to structure the way that she charged, all these things, she had a more attractive business. She did a merge acquisition plan. She's still part of the business, but now she's an owner of a much, much bigger company, and she made $6 million like that year. I was like, damn, I wish I was taking part of the upside at that point. Really screwed that one up. Exactly. So that did make me think about now taking part of the upside. But it was awesome. But the reason I bring this up is because hard work will get you so far, but ultimately, you guys probably work really hard already. And if you're not where you want to be, it's not just about hard work. And so now it's about how can we do this the woman's way, where basically you can be very intentional about what you do, and not that you're going to say, I'm just not going to get knocked down, because it's okay to get knocked down, but instead you're going to get back up. And you're going to get back up a little bit faster than you got back up the last time. And you'll get back, and then next time you'll get up a little faster than the next time.